I asked God to give me a purpose. And He gave me silence. I almost didn't post this because I didn't think I had anything of value to say. If you look through all the different niches and trying to find the perfect one, there's ASMR, gaming, technology, education, beauty, finance. How do you contribute something in the sea that already has everything? Last year, I felt this deep desire to start sharing, to tell my story, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything until just 3 days ago. I kept telling myself, no one's gonna care. What value do you even have to contribute? I have no editing skills. I didn't even have a camera until yesterday. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a performer, and public speaking, my family literally has a history of passing out just being around the word public speaking. I need to learn these skills, create a strategic plan in order to have something of value. But underneath all of that, I really just believed I have to be okay in order to be allowed to offer something. And I wasn't okay. I was in a job that didn't feel like it had any importance. I also had gone through some losses. Ones I am not ready to name just yet, but they hit hard. And I remember praying this week, God, show me anything. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it. Just give me something so I can have some type of direction. I don't know what to do. And I wish I could tell you that He gave me a clear answer. Because if He did, I would shout it from the rooftops. Here's how you do it. It was mostly just me rambling and sitting and crying in the woods with some silence. I kept circling the question, what am I even good at for some type of job in the world? What do I love? And I couldn't come up with anything. And then softly, this question came to my mind. Okay, forget all of that. In life, what do you enjoy? And I scoffed. Don't scoff at the quiet questions, people. I thought, well, I love trees. I love climbing mountains and feeling that crisp air in your lungs where there's a challenge and you're in beauty. and you just get your brain to finally shut off from any anxious thoughts. But the scoff came from, where do you even get a job like that? But that quiet question, it came in again, saying, okay, well, what else do you enjoy? And I thought, well, in the realms of job, I really like making hard things simple. I'm like Sherlock Holmes a little. Well, a bubbly, kind, slightly scattered Sherlock Holmes, if you will. And I also like helping people succeed at something. That moment when they feel they can contribute to the world again, or they've accomplished something. Yes. And then after I said that, there was silence. And normally silence freaks me out or makes me annoyed because I'm always ready to rumble. But this time, it almost felt like an answer. That night, I was scrolling through YouTube, watching some of my favorite creators getting joy, and I had this thought. They're helping people. What if that's a way to help and heal? And then I thought, nah, I can't do that. And I almost quit. But what happened the next morning changed everything. Next morning, I went out for a walk. And then this quiet nudge that had been within me to do something creative and tell my story, it was now tired and fiery. And it said, almost arguing with me, Carrie, why not? You said you wanted to help one person. Shouldn't that be the goal? Shouldn't that be enough? So I posted my first video. My first YouTube short. And it got 0 views. Not 10, not 5, 0. And that stung because, one, when I put work into something, generally I see some type of result. And 2, when you're looking at your little short next to everyone else, you start seeing they have hundreds and thousands of likes. And I definitely thought, you are not meant for this. You're wasting your time. And I even hovered over the delete button. But then I remembered the day before. The goal is to help one person. So this video is for you, this moment right now, the one person. The one who may have gone through a breakup and you're struggling to find yourself again. I don't care if it's been days or years. This is for the one who is burnt out, so much so that even rest feels exhausting. This is for the one grieving, the one who feels invisible when the world keeps moving. This is for the one who's trying to start again, and it feels like an uphill climb to Everest, and everyone else around you has a backpack and you don't. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are not alone. My first day of healing didn't look like anything magical. It was not on a summit. It wasn't some, I can do this moment. It was a very simple, quiet walk by the river in Yosemite. I decided to take my shoes off and go in the river. And the cold hit my feet, and I saw the sun shining and felt its warmth on my skin. Sorry. You don't know this about me, but I feel things very deeply, often when I'm telling a story, and my feelings express themselves in liquid form from my eyeballs. So I'm gonna try this again. The sun, it warmed my skin. And I looked at the trees, and they were standing so tall and firm, like they would never leave. And it was like the forest was whispering to me, you will make it through this. And somehow I smiled. And I didn't think I'd ever remember how to do that. That walk, it didn't fix me, but it gave me a step. So maybe sharing with you today, this video, is another step. I don't want to scroll anymore. I don't want to numb out in a life not worth living. I don't want to wait until I'm polished or perfect. I just want to say something real and maybe help one person. I kept begging God for a sign, but instead, I seemed to just get a persistent nudge to look in the mirror. I think He reminded me that I was waiting to feel useful, when all I really needed to do was be honest. What if showing up messy? What if showing up as a beginner? That's the whole point. What if my pain wasn't wasted? So if you're in this season, the invisible one, if you're lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering, what's the point? I just want you to know that I see you. And better yet, God sees you. And He kept seeing you even when you couldn't see yourself. So maybe today isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. Don't wait for the 5th nudge like me. If you're here and this resonated, drop a comment below. Tell me one goal, one tiny thing that also feels heavy. Who cares where everyone else is? This is about you. And I promise I will read every single one. Remember, this isn't about being polished. This is just showing up and being alive. And maybe, just maybe, learning to smile again. I like that last line. Learning to smile again. I think I'm going to keep that.